How are you, little buggers? I'm Shiela, and this is my super safari show. I'm gonna go into the craziest, the wildest, greatest safaris you'll ever see on this side of the earth. Yes, that's a promise, because today we're gonna learn so much. We're here at the Elmwood Zoo, and actually we have a fact right here. An eagle's eyes can spot the fish in water from several feet above. That's crazy. You know, that's just one of the great things you're going to learn today. So you guys stay tuned and I'll show you a great time.
Hi, we're the Bobbsey twins.
I'm Lise.
And I'm Jessie.
Today we're going to be making a Thanksgiving craft. We're going to be making a turkey.
First, these are the supplies you'll need. A piece of cardboard, an orange and brown piece of felt, feathers of all colors, red pom-poms, a wooden stick, and googly eyes.
First, you're going to take your piece of cardboard and you're going to trace your hand. Then, after you trace your hand on the piece of cardboard, you need to trace your hand again on the brown piece of felt. After you trace your hands, you want to cut them. And when you use scissors, make sure you have your parents around because they're very sharp and very dangerous.
Then, you're going to take your piece of cardboard and if you're using a glue gun, be sure that your parents are with you because it's very hot and very dangerous. But you can also use Elmer's glue or a glue stick.
You want to put the glue not close to the edge because then it'll run off. You want to put the glue in the middle and then carefully press down your felt.
Be careful when you press down the glue that it doesn't run off. Once you're done gluing your felt, then you can start decorating. Make sure your parents are with you when you're doing this. I'm going to take these feathers and glue them on to make my turkey colorful.
You place your feathers over the glue and be careful that you don't get it all over your hands.
Then I'm going to take this little red pom-pom to make the gobbler on my turkey.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Next, you can use your orange felt and cut the corner off and make a beak.
Again, when using scissors, make sure you have your parents near you because they're very sharp and very dangerous. Can I have that, please? Thank you.
Next, I'm going to take a googly eye for the eye of my turkey.
After you have all the feathers, your beak, your eyes, and your pom-pom for the gobbler on your turkey, you want to make sure you let it dry. After it dries, you can apply the stick to the back of the turkey.
You can use tape to apply the stick also.
If you choose to use glue, make sure your parents are around. Hey Jessie, your turkey looks great, but I bet we can't eat it.
Nope, but we can finish it.
After you're done putting all the decorations on your turkey, you need to turn your turkey over and put glue on the back of your stick so you can have a turkey on a stick. If you're using glue, make sure you have your parents around, especially if it's a hot glue gun, because it's very hot and very dangerous. After you put your stick on the back of your turkey, wait for it to dry, and then you can play. Thanks for watching. Hope you join us next week. Bye.
Oh man, speaking of turkeys and wild animals, right now I'm here with Cindy, who is in charge of all the animals here at the Elmwood Zoo. Hi Cindy, how are you?
Hello, Sheila. It's good to see you again.
Oh, what's this little guy here? Hello?
Well, this, Sheila, is a kinkajou. Oh, and she's going to like your microphone. She's a little animal that comes from South America. And actually, even though she looks sort of like a monkey, she's more closely related to raccoons.
Raccoons?
Yeah.
Well, what feature would be like a raccoon on her?
Well, for one thing, they hold their food in their hands to eat it like a raccoon does. So the hands would be very similar. But the rest doesn't look much like a raccoon, does it?
No, not at all. She has a really long tail.
This is what we call a prehensile tail. It's a big word, but all it really means is that she can hang from it. She can wrap it around things and actually hang from her tail.
Like a monkey?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, prehensile tail.
Prehensile.
Prehensile tail.
Prehensile tail.
It's a tail that the animal hangs on to support itself when it's upside down, right?
Exactly, because she can hang from her tail and then she can look for food with her hands. She can also do this to defend herself, because these animals live in the rainforest and they're in danger from things like jaguars. Whoa, that got her excited. So
She's crazy.
She is crazy, and she can hang from her tail and defend herself with her sharp teeth and her sharp claws. You'll see her hang from it right now.
Oh, hey little bugger.
She's a good jumper. Be careful, Sheila. She might land on your head.
She jumps?
She jumps.
Oh, like a jaguar in the jungle,
Well,
searching for prey.
Sort of. They jump from tree to tree. This animal is going to live in the rainforest canopy its whole life, and they'll jump from tree to tree. And that's it. They go around and they meet other kinkajous, and they look for food, and they run away from predators. And that's what they do. They stay up in the trees their whole life. They rarely come down to ground. She wants that microphone, Sheila.
She wants to speak too, little thing. Oh, okay. Well, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Now, these animals, do they ever do something called hibernation?
No, because it's warm where they live. So they never have to worry about it getting cold in the rainforest and having to hibernate over the winter when there's no food and when it's too cold. So it's warm there all the time. But they do sleep during the day. They'll sleep all day in a tree, and they come out at night.
I think I know what that is.
What is that, Sheila?
Nocturnal?
Nocturnal, absolutely. They live in the same place as monkeys, so monkeys come out during the day and the kinkajous come out at night in the same area.
Okay. All right. So, what kind of things does this guy eat? I mean, if he only goes hunting at night, what do he eat?
Well, right now she's trying to eat this thing on my waist, but they're actually fruit eaters, mostly fruit eaters, but they will eat things like insects. They love sap and sweet things. They're called honey bears. That's one of their nicknames, honey bears, and her name is Honey because she is a honey bear. And they have a very long tongue, about this long, that they use to stick down into flowers and get sweet sap.
What?
Yeah, I was hoping you'd see it because it's really quite funny. It's little and skinny, but it comes way out like that.
She half lizard too.
No, not lizard too, although she does look like she's a lot of different animals all rolled into one, doesn't she?
She's great.
Yeah, she's a pretty little thing. And you see she has these big eyes because animals that come out at night usually have big sensitive eyes because it's hard to see in the dark. And this helps her see to get around.
Oh, because at night, oh, that makes sense.
Sure.
Oh, she's great. So she's nocturnal.
Nocturnal.
And what was that big word we learned?
Prehensile. She has a prehensile tail. That's right.
Right. Oh, she's just magnificent.
Yeah, you can hear her making little peeping noises. You might hear her make chewing noises if they're Sheila, if you're not careful. But they make a lot of different sounds to talk to each other and to locate other kinkajous. And one of the noises she's making now is just a little protesting noise because I won't let her just go wherever she wants to go.
It's like
she's complaining.
baby.
Yeah, she's complaining a little bit.
How old is she?
She is a young kinkajou. She's only about 1.5 years. They can live to be about 22 to 25 years old, so she's got a long ways to go.
Oh, wow. And she's so young. She has her whole life to be nocturnal.
Yep, that's right. She's just a little girl, And so we should have her at the zoo for a long time.
So you guys can come to the Elmwood Park Zoo and visit her anytime you want. Isn't that great?
That's right. We're happy to have her here with us.
She's so great. Well, thank you so much for showing her.
You're welcome, Sheila. It's nice to see you again.
You too.
Oh, you got the time.
Honey, now since we learned about you, we're all going to go learn about some great book reviews.
Hello, boys and girls. I'm Captain Read a Book, your superhero guide to great literature. Now today, I have a couple of super books for you. The first one I have for you is called Bark, George by Jules Pfeiffer. Now this super book is about a puppy who simply can't bark. His mother wants him to bark very badly, and he just can't. He makes other noises like a cat's noise. What sounds does the cat make? That's right, meow, meow. And he makes a noise like a piggy. What sounds does the piggy make? That's right. And then he makes noises like a cow. What sounds does a cow make? That's right, moo. So his mom finally takes him to the vet to find out what's wrong with George. What happens to George? You can find out if you go to your local library and read the rest of this book. Captain Read a Book gives this a 5 out of 5 on his super scale. Now, another super book I have for you is called The Hello Goodbye Window by Norton Juster and Chris Roshka. Now this book is about a little girl who loves to go to her grandparents' house on the weekend. There's a very super window there. And I love windows because I get to see what's going on under the city I protect when I got to fly into action. In this book, she sees a lot of things outside of the window, such as dragons, the pizza guy, and even the Queen of England. Her and her grandparents do a lot of silly things, like make silly faces and sing silly songs. What happens in this book, you ask? You're going to have to find out by going to your local library. Captain Read a Book gives this a 4 out of 5 on his read a scale. Well, that's all the time I have for today, children. Remember, keep reading and stay super.
Hey, you guys, I have something great planned for the rest of our journey. Right now, we're going to learn about sign language with Elaine and Megan.
Hi there. My name is Elena. My friend isn't here with me today. Her name's Megan, but she'll be with us next time. I'm flying solo today. Today we're going to talk about Thanksgiving. Do that with me. Thanksgiving. Try it again. Thanksgiving. Good. At Thanksgiving, the people you see most is your family. So how you say family is like that. Try it with me. Family. Try it again. Family. So at Thanksgiving, my favorite holiday, you see family. In history, you learn about pilgrims. Pilgrims started the custom of Thanksgiving. How you say pilgrim is pilgrim. Try that with me. Pilgrim. Try again. Pilgrim. Another thing that you do at Thanksgiving is eat pumpkin pie. How you say pumpkin pie is you flick your hand like that and then pretend you're cutting a pie like that. So try that with me. Pumpkin pie. Try again. Pumpkin pie. So at Thanksgiving, the pilgrims ate pumpkin pie. My favorite part of Thanksgiving is the turkey. Try that with me. Turkey. Try again. Turkey. That's all we have time for today, but have a great Thanksgiving. See ya.
Whoa! Oh, exploring shore is hard sometimes. Great. Googly, moogly. Oh. Kids, despite this hardship, I have something great for you. It's called history. Huh? I think you'll like it.
Hi, my name is Mr. Dan, and I am speaking to you today because I want to teach you about a very important day that's coming up. Oh, in a couple of days, your folks are going to be preparing a huge meal, and your relatives are going to come over, and they're going to visit with Tom Turkey and Mr. Pumpkin Pie here. And the whole point is to celebrate and give thanks for everything that you and your family have. Well, I thought I would come to you today and tell you about how this whole thing got started. Started a long time ago, oh, about 300 years ago, way back in the day, at a place called England. That's an island. And there was a group of people there called the Pilgrims. And the Pilgrims were not happy with how they were being forced to live. They weren't allowed to believe all of the things that they wanted to believe. So they decided to get on a boat called the Mayflower. And that Mayflower boat was going to bring them to, really, us, where we live today, America. Now, the Mayflower had one problem. It was a creaky old ship, and Mother Nature decided to intervene. And she blew up one huge storm. And this huge storm forced the Mayflower to go here up in Plymouth Rock in Massachusetts, rather than down here where they should have been settling. So when they realized they were going to be outside of their zone of settlement, they had to drop a new plan for how they wanted to live. And it was called the Mayflower Compact. They made an agreement to all work together for the good of the community. Well, they get here and they figure everything is going to be perfect, but it's not perfect. It's very difficult. The winter is bad in that first year, and they really had a very difficult time surviving. The folks who were already here, the Native Americans, the Indians, specifically a tribe called the Wampanoags, realized that these people needed some help. And that's where they taught them how to plant corn, grow some pumpkins, and take advantage of the many turkeys in Massachusetts. So there is the story of the first Thanksgiving, because out of appreciation for what the Native Americans had done, the Pilgrims invite them to a huge feast with all sorts of turkeys, with all sorts of pumpkin pies, with all sorts of corn dishes, and they celebrated. They had fun, and that's why you, in a couple of days, are going to be eating the same types of food with your family and friends. And that, my friends, is the reason we do this. We are giving thanks to the Pilgrims and the Native American Indians who taught us how to live together. What we do at my house on Thanksgiving Day is basically set a